All right, guys, we got a new product to talk about today. Before we get started, a couple things I'd like to get out of the way. Make sure you hit the subscribe button down here so that you know what's going on. Make sure you like this video. Hopefully you like it. Two things that's purposes that serves is one, you'll be informed of any kind of new videos, and two, it just helps us in the logarithms of YouTube to keep us higher in the searches so that other people like yourself be able to find these videos much easier. Also, do not forget, best belt on the planet. Come get you some. What we're going to talk about today is a XP900 RZR alignment tool. This is probably most likely the last alignment tool going backwards, meaning back in years, back in models that are no longer made. I had gotten a lot of emails asking about this particular tool. I didn't have access to one, but then out of the blue, I found out there's a friend of mine. I say friend because, like, how'd you not know what your friends got? But I totally forgot about it. Had an XP900 RZR, lived just up the road about a mile. I don't ride it much, and I said, "Hey man, can I borrow your RZR? Take some measurements off to make an alignment to." Because all we really need is this transmission shaft now that we've gotten so far in the tool world. And I tried to order just the transmission tool, and you can't buy it anymore. So if you need one, too bad. Okay, Hunterworks alignment tool, same reasonings to have one as any of the rest of our alignment tool, and I call it a series, is one, because over time the crankshaft and the transmission shaft get out of alignment, mostly shaft spacing. Now the camera, I'm not going to move the camera up here, but from right here to right here on this guy's clutch cover is where the belt's been hitting. It's dark black. Okay, so I have not aligned his yet. I've been prototyping tool for fitment. So you'll put it on your transmission shaft first, slide over. I put my old glasses on. I'm getting old. Get it on here, and it's hard. You won't be able to see in the camera, but it will not go. Back in here, there's about an 1/8 inch gap. I don't know if you can see straight through into that hole. You can see the tip of my finger. So his is not aligned. Okay, so that is a perfect example of what happens over time. So it is starting to affect his clutch by the belt hitting the cover here. So that's a reason to do it. Second reason is if he had to pull the engine or the transmission out for whatever type work he may have been doing, when you put it back, you got to have something to hold it. And so these slide on, they hold it in place, and there's torque and sequence to tighten everything back down, pull the tool off, and then it is perfectly parallel this way and perfectly spaced. Has to be 10.5 inches exactly center to center, and has to be perfectly parallel so that the belt rides in the middle of the primary clutch. You know, since we started making these alignment tools, we noticed there's a lot more vehicles out of alignment than we thought, creating more problems than we thought. You know, that's one of them. Belt hitting the cover. On the models that have the exhaust duct closer up to this area, because of where it hits on D-cell mostly in this, then that belt to hit that exhaust duct, rip it off. Now this particular XP900 is a little further back. It's probably better design, but on D-cell it doesn't hit it because it's back here. So nonetheless, we do have a new alignment tool. What separates it from the others out there, I used to say and still say, there's only two brands of alignment tool to use. If you don't have neither one of these, I'm not aware, and I've checked them out, of any that actually work. Hunterworks and SDI. We sell SDI, absolutely nothing wrong with them, but it's a 4-piece tool, weighs 14 pounds, and it's pretty expensive. Not taken away from them at all. But the Hunterworks tool is thick, precise, and ends up doing exactly the same job because of how the tolerance are and how tight it'll go on and hold everything in place. So, new alignment tool. How do you use it? Well, I'm going to put you an end card here. Somewhere in here, it'll be a little video over to one of the first ones, how to, because the process is really identical or extremely close to all these models. Behind this panel is 2 bolts, and then on the other side of this vehicle is 4 bolts that hold the engine transmission together. There's a proper sequence to tighten them back up, but basically you take this back cover off, loosen those bolts up, slide your tool on, tighten it up in the proper sequence to the proper torque, and then take the tool back off, and that holds it in place. One thing I noticed on this 900, and as soon as this video is over, I got to line is this cover has a little plate up here that I'm going to have to take loose because it's got a lot of hoses and wires that runs through here to get it off. Other than that, pop 3, take your exhaust ducts off, or intake and exhaust ducts off, and off it comes, and then expose those bolts. Hopefully that's clear as mud, but like I said, I'll put an end card here for the specific bolt tightening sequence. Got any questions, shoot me an email, todd@hunterworks.com. As I've been saying in a lot of our videos, I know that telephone's tough, so try to use that email if you can.